Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again with another mini set card review, and this time we're talking about rogue cards. So we got random burgle shenanigans, we got really good card draw for rogue, as well as just a really kind of crazy, weird death rattle battle cry minion. It's an odd one. We're gonna go over all these cards, and they make me mad about Shadow Step. Everything makes me mad about Shadow Step. But if you want to win these cards and any other cards for the mini set, we're giving away 3 mini sets out of my pocket. To enter that giveaway, like and comment in the video. Link down in the description below. The one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel, and every 1,000 subs we get until all the cards are revealed, or sorry, they come out on May 14th, I will add another mini set to that giveaway. So hit that sub button, make me go baroque. So first we have another one of these temporary pack cards. We already saw one, I believe, for Warrior, which taunt minions. We saw one for Hunter in Beast. And well, Rogue gets random nonsense. How about that? The Twisted Pack. Are we referring to Twist already? The mode that, is that ever going to come back? Hopefully next month, it's supposed to. Where you add 5 random cards from other classes to your hand. At the end of your turn, discard them. So yeah, you're getting whatever, right? You're not getting neutral cards. It's purely other class cards, and that, I mean, there's no way to do the math on the average amount of cards you can play. Probably a couple. It could be literally anything. It's just whatever. It's a value bomb. That Rogue is not struggling with getting random cards from other classes or spells or whatever. It could be a hero card. It could be a minion. It could be a weapon. It could be a location. It could be anything, right? Other than like a Titan and some of like the other, you know, non-discoverable cards, like the Galactic Orb or whatever. You can't get that. Other than that, you can get them, you can play them, you can activate your Velorock. That could be pretty good. And of course, as I mentioned with every other pack, Gaslight Gatekeeper can allow you to keep these cards. They can fuel a test. Is this worth playing? I don't think so at all, mainly because, again, Rogue does not struggle at generating cards. Excavate Rogue is just like infinite random nonsense. They don't really need the Twisted Pack for temporary cards. But yeah, maybe for that Gaslight synergy, maybe just to get Velorock going, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. Again, feels more like you play this in Arena, try and high roll later in the game with it. But yeah, 2 out of 5 in Standard. In Wild, there's just like one synergy I can kind of think of that's actually kind of decent. Wild Paw Knoll, right? You play this one pack. Wild Paw Knoll is 0. You've added 5 cards. Is that worth playing Wild Paw Knoll in Wild? Probably not, but it's something to consider at least. So we'll give it a 2 out of 5 in that format as well. Maybe the turn 1 Wild Paw Knoll strat will be valid yet again. Next, we have a very good card draw card for Rogue. A 4 mana spell, the Dubious Purchase. It draws 3 cards. Combo, you destroy a random enemy minion. So you prep this, you have 2 mana, draw 3, kill something. That's really good. Oh wait, isn't that basic? It's actually a bit better than what the concoctions used to do, although those were cheaper and they were randomly built around, but still, really strong card. Rogue always loves more card draw, and I don't see any world where they don't really want to play this, right? Like, why would you not want to play this in a Rogue deck that wants to cycle a good amount? You have that whole, like, Miracle Rogue thing going on with the 8 mana. Well, not really 8 mana. It's always at least 7 mana spell, but you know what I mean, where you could cheat out some minions, could cycle, get your Sonya going, because that card is ridiculous. Again, yeah, probably slots into pretty much any Rogue deck. I don't see why not. Not only is it card draw, it's removal too. You could hit a pretty big minion, you can isolate that minion, kill it. It's no secret passage, which I don't think any card will hopefully ever be another secret passage, but in Standard, where card draw is still pretty good for Rogue, is definitely, I don't think, at this level, and I think Rogue players will enjoy this card quite a bit. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 in Standard. I think it sees considerable play there, again, especially with prep. This for 2 mana, really good, and Rogues are already ripping through their decks pretty heavily already, so you can imagine the card draw that they're going to be doing now and make Sprint pretty sad, although it draws 1 more card for 1 more mana. At least this kills something too. So again, really good card in Wild, where you have like way cheaper card draw with especially Secret Passage, as I mentioned, but a million 1-mana draw ones and way more ways to draw your cards. I'm going to give it a 2 in Wild. I don't think it makes enough of the cut that you would want to play this in Wild, but it's like at the fringe. It's close, but I feel like you're playing other card draw cards there instead. And then lastly, we have a card that might be a foreshadowing for what it might end up in your collection. You never know. It is a 3-mana, 3/2 beast, the Dust Buddy. Are we going to be dusting this card? Is it terrible? It's weird. It's a weird card with Battle Cry and Death Rattle, and of course it's not 2 mana because Shadow Step existed. We couldn't have that much value with this, although I doubt that's why it's 3 mana. I don't know why it's 3 mana. Why is this 3 mana? Regardless, you add a random piece of junk to your hand. You get a piece of junk, and the junk varies from a coin, a rock, which I have already had confirmed is the Excavate reward, so 1 mana, deal 3 damage, a banana, so just a buff. The knife, which is like the hero power for Rogue, the dagger, the 1/2 dagger. So yeah, you get some junk, get a couple of them. They're relatively cheap. The best being probably the coin and the rock, I would say, because the coin you can play with like Wishing Well. The rock is just cheap damage, not really bad at all. Yeah, banana and knife, not amazing. And yeah, you get a couple of pieces of junk. You can Shadow Step and get some more junk and fill your hand with crap. How about that? Some players have been calling the Sonya Rogue crap rogue or whatever. I don't know what they call it, but this is literally going to be junk rogue, and at least that makes sense there, whereas that deck is just Sonya spammer. Why do we not call it Sonya rogue? Regardless, I don't name the decks, I don't name the cards, I just rate them poorly. And what are we going to give this poor Dust Buddy? Is it going to get thrown into the dust bin and be an unplayable card? I don't see this as being a really good card for Standard. Like, I just don't think you care enough about getting that type of stuff. It's a really nice, flavorful card. It's a fun little card. Again, a good arena card. You got tribal stuff, I guess. You want to resurrect this in Wild with N'Zoth and get your tribal Dust Buddy back. You can do that. Get that sick Death Rattle. But yeah, in Standard, I will give it a 2. Don't think it's going to be breaking the meta, breaking Shadow Step. How many times do I mention Shadow Step every Rogue review? I can't help it. I have a problem. And in Wild, again, Wild, like the top tier decks are all Rogue and they're not going to be playing Dust Bunny. They're going to be killing you with very cheap cards that do a lot more than this. So I'm going to give it a 1 in Wild, but absolutely a card. As I love to say, you could pick an arena and probably feel pretty good about it. So there you go. We had 3 reviews today, a lot of cards. Tomorrow is the last day of card reveals for the mini set. I believe Warlock and Death Knight are left, so we got 2 more review videos. So stay tuned for that. Enter the giveaway if you haven't already. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.